Shifting focus to Kenya, Kenyan President William Ruto has cancelled two major deals with India's Adani Group. Ruto made a State of the Nation address on Thursday, which came after months of political turmoil in the country. The highlight of his address was the cancellation of the multi-million-dollar airport expansion and energy deals with Indian tycoon Gautam Adani.
Because of the information that has been provided to us by partner nations, I have directed agencies within the Ministry of Transport and the Ministry of Energy and Petroleum to immediately cancel the ongoing procurement process for JKI expansion public-private partnership transaction, as well as the recently concluded Ketrago transmission in public partnership.
Kenya had been in the process of signing two deals with the Adani Group. One included the planned takeover of Kenya's main airport, the Jomo Kenyatta International, or the JKIA, in the capital of Nairobi. The Adani Group was set to invest $1.85 billion in the airport, in exchange for a contract to run it for 30 years. Adani firm's proposals included building and refurbishing airport terminals, improving its taxiways, and possibly constructing a new runway. The second agreement was a $736 million deal with Kenya's Energy Ministry. Now, the deal was to construct power and transmission lines in Kenya. These deals had met with resistance and unpopularity in Kenya. The country also saw protests and strike by airport workers who said it would lead to degraded working conditions and job losses. The deals were also halted by Kenyan courts, but the government had earlier defended them. But now the decision by Ruto to scrap them comes after the founder of Adani Group, Gautam Adani, was charged in the United States on Wednesday for bribery and fraud. Adani, along with his nephew and 6 other co-defendants, are accused of paying around $265 million in bribes to Indian government officials. These payments were reportedly made to secure lucrative contracts, estimated to generate $2 billion in profit over 2 decades. Adani and his co-defendants are accused of concealing the bribery to raise money in the US. However, the Adani Group has called these charges baseless. Ruto's announcement of the cancellation of the deal comes amid growing discontent against his administration. Ruto won a hard-fought election in 2022 with the pitch to help the country's poor. But under his rule, Kenya is reeling under a debt crisis and a rising cost of living. Earlier this year, Ruto proposed new tax hikes in the country to raise revenue. However, these measures met with heavy resistance, and the country saw massive anti-tax protests, which turned into a wider campaign against Ruto. Over 70 people are believed to have been killed in the protests, and the police have been criticized for its crackdown on protesters. In his speech, Ruto said there is an urgent need to reset his presidency after mounting criticism.